Hello and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and this is a weekly reading for the sign of Taurus for the week beginning with June 1st through the 7th. And please remember that this is a general reading. There may be parts that do not resonate with you. Please take parts that do resonate with you and leave the ones that don't behind. So in the past position, we have the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess. The Nine of Cups is, of course, a card that is, almost fulfillment. It is almost completion. It's a person who is extremely happy where they are. So, it tends to tell me that you're feeling pretty good in the recent past. But that you are dealing with someone. The High Priestess is a loner. She is wise, but she's not particularly warm. So in the combination, the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess suggests that the answer is no. You were hoping for something to pan out. You were almost there. You were almost, had it in the bag. But unfortunately, it just has not been able to work out. The High Priestess did not manifest it. It means that, for example, in a relationship, perhaps you were moving towards, in the right direction, towards a great relationship, but something somewhere went wrong, and you ended up maybe parting ways. But the answer ultimately is that you're not going to get what you want. With the challenging position, here we have the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. And of course, the Seven of Swords is about deceit. It's about sneaking away. And the Nine of Wands, did I say Nine of Swords? Nine of Wands is about protecting yourself. In the negative position, the combination of these two cards suggests that you are lying to yourself about something. There's probably something you're not wanting to face, probably something you're not wanting to deal with, but you are not being truthful with yourself. And kind of makes me feel that you sort of know better. Although it could be situational. It could be that somehow you just believe what you believe in that particular aspect of your life. Maybe it just hasn't occurred to you that it's kind of wrong. But I think Tauruses are pretty level-headed people. So I think there's something that you're definitely lying to yourself about, or someone else. There is a possibility that you're lying to someone else. Maybe you're trying to protect yourself through the lie that you're saying, but something tells me you're aware of it. You know that there's deceit. Maybe you're lying to yourself. But I think that there's a very strong possibility you may not be very truthful with someone in your life, professional or personal life. And of course, in the present position, we have the Strength and the King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles is someone who's obsessed, so there's some kind of indulgence here. It could be your boss that's obsessed with money, and so you need strength in the current position, in the present position, to deal with a person who's obsessed with money. It could be a friend who's obsessed with drinking. It could be a person who, I don't know, personal, someone you love that is obsessed with too much attention. There's some kind of an obsession, and of course in that situation you require strength. And also, to me, strength here speaks to this protection. I feel like you've been through something in the past, something difficult, and so you know that you need to protect yourself. it's just, you know, when you do protect yourself, make sure the deceit thing, it can go both ways. When you're protecting yourself, you know, sometimes you build a wall to keep people out, but, you know, you then become a prisoner. So the combination of deceit and explanation that I'm deceiving someone to protect myself might not hold water in the divine circles. Just to you know, warning about that. The death card is in the outcome. It's in the near future, along with justice. And I think that the death card here relates directly to the Seven of Swords about this deceit. So something is ending, but the Justice card is telling us that you will receive, you will be judged higher, in like the higher court. It's not going to be somebody that can bribe you. You're going to be judged for all things that you know you've done in this life. The death is ending, but ending is transformation. So you are experiencing this first week of June a transformation. You know, maybe some people have worked at home and now they have to go back to the office. That could be a bit of a transformation, you know, the ending of quarantine, staying at home, you know, there you go. Because, you know, remember that the death card has a sun not so far away. So, and to me, this suggests that this ending, this transformation, it's affecting more than just one person. It's affecting, in this particular reading, I feel like it's affecting people around you as well. So let's see what the message from the universe is. I've shuffled these cards and meditated upon them, and this is the card that I drew. And it says, joy is the ultimate creator. Woohoo! I love this. I love this. I absolutely love this. Joy is the ultimate creator. Always lead with your heart. Always lead. Remember, you know, what makes you happy. And I think you know what makes you happy because you had this Nine of Cups in the not so distant past. So, you know, and strength is a good card as well. In addition to the message of the universe card, I pulled, because I wanted to clarify, and for weeklies I do this, I wanted to clarify this sort of reading. And I pulled, I meditated and I shuffled and I pulled 3 cards from the Angels and Ancestor Oracle deck. And so the first card is going to tell us what our strengths are as it relates to this first week of June. And it says, Sage, be devoted and committed. That's your strength. You are devoted and you are committed. Let's see what the card means further. And here's what it means. Be willing to go to the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. The sage represents the wise one within. Tauruses are wise people. I know that. I know a lot of Tauruses. I've known a lot of Tauruses throughout my life. Very earthy and I think very astute folk. When this card arises, it shows that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. It guides you to take notes as the wandering yogi is on the card, because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insights to those with whom you come into contact. So, you know, your strength is wisdom. And so as it relates to this ending transformation, this justice that you're receiving, wisdom, you know, wisdom is going to help you with the transformation. Devotion is a powerful energy. Right now, angels and ancestors want to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you're not only a body, but you're also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. This energy of oneness is offering itself to you now, and it's important you take some time to integrate it all so you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of your experiences, making themselves known to you at this time, because you are going to share those teachings one day. So Tauruses are very wise people, very balanced people, very fair people, I also think. So the next card from the Oracle, Angels and Ancestors Oracle, is what your heart is telling you. And it says, Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. I love that. I love that. We definitely think about our ancestors. Let me just pull the explanation, okay, for this. And it is, move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by your family members. So this is for me, it's a wonderful release, meaning it represents release. Sometimes we are bound. Some of us folk are traditional, and traditions is what keeps us kind of sorry about that, tied to the past. And sometimes we don't move forward because we sort of, traditions also mean to change. They mean to be revised. You are supposed to create new traditions. So sometimes we think the past was so wonderful, and why not if we have Nine of Cups, but it's also important to remember that, we need to rejuvenate ourselves, create freshness. So this is a very promising card, and I think for this reading, and it definitely helps with the transformation. The elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing, change. So this is going to be a healing change, death and justice. Thank you, Lord Jesus, divine intervention. Thank you very much. I was worried there for a minute. I feel that clears much better. So, this death and this justice is a good thing. It's not so I don't see someone actually dying. I don't see relationships breaking. I think there's something that's breaking off that has been way too heavy, and I think you will be very happy once it is gone. And I think we are receiving this message from the elder that is saying, yes, it's okay. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're going through exactly what you're supposed to be going through. And it's okay to, reinvent a little bit. Use your creativity. Use your wisdoms. Each of us have our lives to live. So, make sure to make it count. When elder appears, it's an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. If you've had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, some people say, well, you should be married by this time. You should have a master's degree by this time. All the expectations have now been kind of revoked. This card represents personal healing that will bring you healing, and your family, that are here in the hereafter are supporting you. They're saying it's okay. Know that your ancestors are rooting for you, and you're sorry for any setbacks. And they're sorry for their setbacks. Sorry, I'm a Taurus, so this means a lot. Okay, let's just get through this reading, shall we? So in the third position, we have a warrior. He is it says, he basically tells us to be fearless and stand strong. And this is what we have to work on as Tauruses. Let me just pull up the full meaning of this card, and The full meaning is, here it is. Don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. A warrior is anyone who is ready and willing to know themselves and do what needs to be done in order to get where they want to be. In this deck, the warrior embodies fierce primal love. The warrior within, the energy you can call on to protect yourself. Even if you don't think you love yourself, if you are exposed to a situation that could be harmful or dangerous, the steps you take to protect yourself are in fact acts of fierce love. Although the warrior in this card is surrounded by darkness, he is of the light. The warrior within is made of light and has capacity to shine even more brightly when facing darkness head on. If you're experiencing fear at this time, and we know because of the death card, it's, fear, a lot of fear, especially of the transformation. If you're experiencing fear at this time, know that this means whatever is going on is important to you. Whenever you feel fear, you're on the verge of something big, perhaps a massive breakthrough that is going to really help you move forward. If you have a situation on your hands where you have to face someone or something that's been unsettling you, know that you're being guided to call on your inner warrior. Don't falter and don't be frightened, because you have the energy to protect yourself now and at all times. So this is definitely a very powerful card. But I think that this has definitely been an interesting reading, but what's waiting for us is, of course, the transformation, something that is ending, but there will be justice in that transformation, which can only lead to good things. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you for visiting.